Hi there, my name is Maggie McIntyre. I am part of Group 3, which we did our surveys on the Youngstown area of how people can help with pollution, the housing, the empty fields in the area, for like churches where they can grow farms, different things like that. So just on the east side, south side, and west side areas with illegal dumping over in those areas. So I did a little PowerPoint, which I'm going to bring up now on, there you go, illegal dumping. So this is just a picture of a side road that has a bunch of trash, people dumped on the side of the road. Here's a couple more photos. So here are tires that people throw on the side of the roads. They bring over paint cans, also furniture. It seemed like a lot of contracting stuff that was on the side of the roads that really should not be there. And this is also a guy with his truck throwing his stuff on the side of the road. These ran down areas, which people call them the ghetto, but people are trying to fix these neighborhoods up, but we have people from outside neighborhoods such as like Boardman or Poland. Instead of paying a pickup fee in that area, what they do is they'll load up a truck and they'll go onto the side streets of east side, south side, something like that. And they will dump their items there so they don't have to worry about it. But the problem is that the people living in these areas that are trying to take pride in their neighborhoods are having to deal with this pollution in the area. So I broke down a little bit in my slide here, dumping in the city. So like I said, people were dumping in the neighborhoods such as the east side and south side, which then brings the values down for these neighborhoods of the housing, which it's not a lot to begin with, but people are having issues trying to sell or something like that because of the dumping. I mean, people are just leaving their trash in these neighborhoods, which aren't the best of neighborhoods to begin with, but they're bringing the value down because people are just don't care, and the people in the area that do care are in an uproar because of that. So again, I did a little survey and I asked these people living in these neighborhoods, is it people in your area, like are your neighborhoods that are polluting the streets with the trash, that are just not throwing it away properly and they just don't care? And they actually said no, it's people they've never seen in the area before, really nice cars that are putting it and just don't want to deal with it. Those surveys that total for dumping stated the fine should be raised, which people would be fined more if they were caught dumping. But a lot of people brought up a good point that in those areas, they're not really looking for people that are dumping. The areas are more so for like high crime. So the police are more focused on the high crime than the dumping, but it's almost like these people are trying to watch out for these people that are actually dumping and calling it in, saying these people are doing illegal dumping, and some people have been caught and fined for it. But I mean, the fines are so low that these people don't really care because it's cheaper for them to get fined than it is to actually pay the fee in their area to get the trash taken away. And people in the surveys also believe the city should pay for it. And then this is just breaking down. Oops, I think. So that's a little bit about illegal dumping. And then now we are going to go on to abandoned houses in the city. So there is a lot of abandoned houses in the Youngstown area. As you can see in this picture, this is just a house standing alone. So they did tear some houses down next to it. This house is next to be tore down with the other houses. So in this picture here, it breaks down of the houses, and like this is the south side mostly of these pictures. The houses that are abandoned are just deplorable. People are going in them and living in them. As you can see, this one that has trees growing like up the front of it. This one, like they started tearing down, but this one's falling down around it. And this one just has the door kicked in, and this one has the windows broken. So these are just different houses in the neighborhood that people live next to, and just it also brings down the value of the neighborhoods. So in this one, abandoned houses in the city. So in the survey, people state the houses need to be torn down. The city is tearing down houses due to people going in them. So a lot of these houses, people are taking up shelter that are homeless, creating fires inside the house, which is causing fires in the house that are, they're just starting them in the kitchen or wherever, and it's catching the house on fire, which is then causing people to come out and put out the fire. So it's using resources that way. The city sees a problem due to drug users and homeless living in them. So again, the homeless going in, living in them, and also drug users going in, shooting up, selling drugs out of it because there's no one there, using it for that. So a nice little thing I found out, though, is the National Guard was coming around the areas and tearing down these empty homes that were left by people. The city of Youngstown got grants to tear down housing to make the land green again, over $4 million to do this. So that's pretty awesome that they got grants and they're gonna tear them down and kind of make the area better again. So the people have seen since they gotten these grants that the houses are coming down and the city's trying. So moving on to the city, though, what's the city going to do to help? So the Youngstown mayor closed 3.9 miles of streets that were no longer being used, partially because of the dumping or the abandoned houses that nobody lived on those streets anymore. Is blocked the streets by barriers so nobody can get down them, and is kind of let nature take back those roads. They tore down 9 houses on that 3.49 miles. The department is cleaning up this area. The Youngstown Neighborhood Development Area helps clean up. It also donate times to help clean up around the houses before they get tore down. The streets and also churches in the community are helping in any way that they can. So during this survey, though, I did find that to people's attention a lot about that people are actually more willing and willing to help out the area and just more focused on what is going on than just, what's on the phone, what's on TV. So people are willing to pitch in hands, join these groups like the Youngstown community, churches that are cleaning up these areas, great again in an area that people want to live in and bring back what it used to be. This was informational to you and that you are willing to pitch in and help the area clean up, reporting dumping, or joining a group that got these areas, or the whatever we can do to help the area clean up and become a great Youngstown again.